Sri Lanka is facing an environmental crisis. We have lots of waste which we do not know what to do with. They are piling up, and the piled up waste falls and burns, and we recently even killed a number of people. We have more floods now because of climate change. We have more droughts. Our coastal zone is eroding because our riverbeds are being mined and because we have sea level rise. Sri Lanka is facing an environmental crisis. But the solution to that is not to adopt more and more ways that come to us from the West and the North, not to adopt throwaway society values, but to preserve what has come to us from our forefathers. Many cultural practices that our parents and our grandparents and our generations gone by practice are good ones for the environment. I remember my parents collecting the newspapers, and every month a pattarakarya or paperman would come to our door, and they would bargain with them and sell this, and he would take it and recycle or reuse these newspapers. In the Candian home gardens, I know that before we put our house down, we would go and plant our trees. We would plant timber plants, so that by the time the house comes up, everything is green around us. In fact, when you fly over Sri Lanka, you can hardly see houses because we are still a very green, a very verdant island. These are the cultural practices that are environmentally friendly. So don't assume that everything that is culturally comes to us from historic times is bad and should be done away with, and that we should adopt Western ways. In fact, we should be doing exactly the opposite. We should be looking at those practices that are good for the environment, that are good for us, preserve those, encourage those, and not adopt blindly things that come to us from the outside. We need to be Sri Lankan. We need to value what has come to us from our forefathers. I'm not saying all of it is good, but that which is good.